This is Amelía Eon Karis.
This is Satya.
And you're listening to Love, Sex, and the Hidden Agenda. Our podcast was created with the sole intention to release toxic shame, illuminate our shadow nature, and expose the mysterious entities that feed off our most precious life force, our sexual energy. To learn more about our life-enhancing courses and transformational retreats, visit knowtheself.com. Let's get started.
Man, I love David Deida too. Like he's like another one of those. There are a few men that all men should be listening to and learning from on the regular.
Yeah, we mentioned John Weiland in our last episode, but John, thank you, John.
He was the one that suggested to a man, say, instead of saying, "You're being a brat," over here, you little brat.
Yeah, stop being a So you're being a brat. So you guys, if you don't know who David Deida is, I highly recommend you checking him out. Also Mantak Chia, two of the men that have really helped me understand the men in my life and have given me like resources, and they've given me hope for finding men that have the capacity to really handle women who are awakened, who are here to, like force of nature women like us. And many of the women listening to this, we're here to live in this expansion of love and have the ultimate freedom. So David Deida has this book called Way of the Superior Man. I have ended up gifting that to most of the men I've ever dated or been with. Like, you have to read this. This is the manual for handling me. And so we were sitting here as we looked at some of what John Wineland was talking about, and we're like, okay, let's check out what David Deida.
We need to share this. We need to share this stuff.
Yeah. Should we play a clip?
Yeah. We're gonna play one of our favorite clips from what we watched today.
This is a talk David Deida gave on comfort versus purpose.
Okay, so let me just say this. I mean, I'm a little insulted. If you're ready to, where are the tissues? Why would I possibly want to waste my time trying to help you if your deepest inner higher self has already told you what to do and you don't even listen to it? I mean, really, that's a serious question. Convince me that anything I say to you, just this bozo outside of you, that you're going to believe me more than your deepest, highest self and do something about it.
Nothing you can say to me.
So you're basically a wasted case until you listen to your higher voice. And you're not only a wasted case in the circle, you have to be a wasted case to your woman, because regardless of what any woman says, what she wants from you is that depth of consciousness that you have, because you're living your deepest purpose. And when you look at her, she's part of your deepest purpose. And when you embrace her, you're embracing her with the strength of knowing you're living life purposefully, so she can trust you that you're living life purposefully with her. And she wants that strength and depth of commitment from you. Is there any woman who wouldn't want that from their man?
That is happening when I can feel that, when she can feel that.
Guys, I hope you're taking notes.
We love you. We love men.
We love you.
That's
yes.
what I want.
That's what we all want. So what's the problem? Why haven't you started growing plans? All I care about right now is why you haven't started.
He said his highest purpose was to grow plants. That's why he's talking like that. Was that the last piece? There was another piece, no?
There's so many pieces in that video.
Let's speed up.
Growing plans like your inner voice told you to. There has to be a reason.
Oh, no,
Let me put it this way. If you did, what are you afraid would happen?
Oh yeah, this piece. If he did what his higher self was telling him to do.
Afraid it would happen?
Yeah, can you answer that question? If you grew, like tomorrow, you just went out, found a place, did your best, what are you afraid might happen?
Might happen from that.
Just afraid that I'll be successful.
And then, if you were successful, then what are you afraid of? It's got to be something there, or you would have done it.
It's like, I don't know if anyone, it's like stepping off a cliff, kind of.
Yeah, but when you're stepping over a cliff, you're afraid of falling and dying down there, right? So what are you afraid of?
Leaving where I'm at.
Yeah, and where are you at that you're afraid of leaving? What is it you're afraid of leaving?
Comfort.
Okay, so you're afraid of leaving comfort. It's going to risk your comfort to follow your higher vision.
Right.
Big duh. I wish I had like a Jerry Springer or something. Okay, but that is absolutely cool and understandable. And the reason I'm not enlightened and every other single person in this room is not enlightened is precisely that reason in their little version. So the reason that we are each afraid to surrender completely to infinity is that we are attached to something that is presently appearing.
That's deep. Should we keep going?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to hear what he said next.
Can you feel the pain that's causing you to be attached to that comfort? In other words, you're not getting to live your deepest purpose.
I feel it through the
to not be able to
recording.
Grow plants the way your higher self told you. Well, when the pain that it causes you to not follow your higher purpose is more painful than the comfort you get from holding on to your place, you'll grow. Otherwise, there's not anyone that can help you or anything or any other higher voice or anything. I mean, you might as well just stop faking like you're trying to grow. And, you know,
stop faking it, dude.
Pick your nose, I don't know.
Pick your nose.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You know what to do to grow. You're going to follow your higher voice. You know you haven't done that because you're afraid of giving up your comfort. That's honorable. It's true, I think, for everyone. Okay. Until the searing intensity of pain for being as fucking mediocre as you're being, for your standards, not mine. I don't care what you live. It's your life. I may never see you again. But the searing pain it causes you to not live your highest purpose, until that pain makes you jump off that cliff, there's nothing anyone can do to make you jump off that cliff. And I could guarantee you're going to lose comfort when you jump off that cliff. It's not something you have to wonder about. You are going to eventually lose everything if you jump off that cliff. All that will be left is perfect freedom.
This part 2 is
and
really
until
good.
you personally, and each of us, but until you personally say, I will give up my relationship for perfect freedom. I will give up my money for perfect freedom. I will give up my body, the existence of my body, for perfect freedom. I mean, that's a big thing. There are very few people in the history of the world who have ever done that, but that's what we're talking about here. So it gives you a direction for the next million lifetimes.
I had chills on that. That's crazy.
Until you can say, this is not satisfactory to me. It's okay. My body's okay, my money's okay, my wife is okay, the world is okay, my food is okay, I'm having a pretty good time, but it's insufficient. And I am willing to give all of this up for the infinity of fearless freedom. If I was talking to a woman, I would call it love.
Infinity of fearless freedom. Oh, God. And there was like a really cool part out there.
Perfect, infinite, unbounded love.
For women, it's love. Infinite, unbounded love.
Willing to give up everything for that, you won't. And no one can help you. You could do self-improvement. So you could go, whoa, I'm not giving that up yet, but in the meantime, I'm going to lift weights and build muscles, and I'm going to make more money, and I'm going to get healthier by eating spirulina or something, you know. I mean, you could do all kinds of self-improvement things while you're holding back. You could also do all kinds of therapy. You could go, whoa, I'm not going to do what my highest voice wants, but I'm definitely going to find out what my father did to me when I was young, and I'm definitely going to release these emotions I've been holding back all along. You could do therapy.
Well, a little awareness around that is okay,
but in the
you
end,
don't want to get stuck there.
The bottom line is that you're afraid to let go. You're afraid of something. And in your case, it's comfort. In most cases. So you're afraid to let go of the comfort that you've attained in your life, which probably, I don't need to say it. So when you're ready to do that, you'll do that. And what spiritual practice is for you, true spiritual practice, in my opinion, for you, would be to feel how much you're settling for comfort. Just feel that. Allow yourself daily, moment by moment, to continually feel, wow, I really am. I would really rather, I don't know the details of your life, but I'd really rather sit in my room and do this than follow my higher vision to what I know is my deepest purpose. I would really rather do this, even though it hurts and I feel small and mediocre and I'm not living my purpose. There's a part of me that's afraid of jumping off this cliff and losing this comfort. And that's where I'm at.
Oof. Sitting with the pain of feeling mediocre, or that you're not, just going into that and sitting with that and really acknowledging that. Because most of us, if we are doing that, and we've all done that at some point, we kind of ignore it.
Wait, say it again.
We resist it.
Sitting with the pain, because it wasn't, you have to say it again.
I don't know what I said.
Sitting with the pain and discomfort of being mediocre.
So he was saying sitting with the pain and discomfort of being mediocre. I mean, that's breakthrough advice right there. Like, that's the kind of thing you'd pay $5,000 in a breakthrough session with somebody to get, like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just sitting with that feeling, because most of us ignore that feeling when it's there, and we just, but a
lot of people get stuck and just,
it's very human to do that.
And there's nothing wrong with feeling safe and secure, or not wanting to be like the next Bill Gates or something ridiculous. But the point is that we need to live with purpose, and men who live with purpose are an extreme, not only attraction to us females, but I think it's what's needed. It's what's needed on the planet right now. I mean, everybody's just going around like filling in the kind of life that was prescribed to us from the government, from religion, from organizations. Like, people have stopped thinking for themselves and really going into like, well, what am I here to do? What purpose does my life have? And I think if we're living without purpose, we are dulling so much of our just God-given ability and suffocating ourselves from the connection to love, from the obtaining of the ultimate freedom.
Yeah. And we really need to get past that thing in us, that tells us that it's a survival mode. I mean, the brain was not designed for success. The brain was not designed for, living our dreams. The brain was designed for survival. But a lot of things these days that feel like survival are the very things that are killing our souls and killing and keeping us from living our fullest potential.
I have this thing, and I ask people, what are they going to do today that scares them? Like, how are they going to live on the edge? Because I feel if we're not living into our edges, if we're not pushing ourselves just a little bit, I mean, if you push too far, you risk losing everything. But stretching, expanding into the edges where, if we just want to lead a mediocre life and we want to just continue to complain about life and continue to complain about how things aren't working out, that's fine. But if you really want to experience ultimate love, ultimate freedom, ultimate joy, ultimate transcendence, then we do have to live a bit on the edge, or find our edges and take some risks.
And I think that, one of the easiest ways to do that stretching is to just kind of, just meditate each day or visualize each day. I mean, even just for a few minutes,
so many people don't even know what they want. Like, they've been so numbed out to not have any personal dreams, goals, desires, because they feel it's, frivolous or useless because they can't get it. It's like they've already talked themselves out of not having it before they've even allowed themselves to feel into it. So I think it's important. David Deida.
David.
Check him out, you guys. Way of the Superior Man, one of my favorite textbooks.
You've recommended that to like everyone.
Everyone. I should
For
like
years,
sell
for like
it
10 years
and be a
or
bookstore because I've sold so many copies myself. Oh, it's funny, but he's a great guy.
I'll see you next time, you guys.
Take care.
To learn more about our life-enhancing courses and transformational retreats, visit knowtheself.com.